Good evening. Online, do you hear me? Online, you can hear me? Okay.
We can hear.
Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Okay. Yeah. Welcome for this evening session. Last time we were talking about the concentration, which is the samadhi, based on the chapter which is there in the Bodhicharya of Shantideva. I could not repeat the whole thing, but just to bring the thread together, we talked about the samadhi, which is a Sanskrit word, which is made of sam, adi. Sam means to gather in, and adi means to place. So we are gathering the mind together and placing it on whatever the object that you are really thinking of, meditating on. Okay, that is what the samadhi is. And the process is, first of all, there should be one object where the mind is placed, focused, and then attention is put on that, and that it is sustained for the longer time. So that that focus and the attention becomes very stable. So that's really samadhi. And if we use like the Tibetan word, they call it the shine. She is the peace, and ne means to abide. That's why most of the book which have been translated into English, we find that the title is called The Calm Abiding. So this is what the meaning of these words are. And that is how it is really put in the scriptures and in different traditions. Now, the question is that why do we require to have this concentration? If there's no concentration, how is going to the life? Why do we really require this? That is really the question. Harvard University, they have done the study, and they published the paper which is called The Wandering Mind is Unhappy Mind. So if we want to be unhappy, it's okay, we can go on as we are going. But if the purpose of the life is to be happy, then we need to really curtail, eliminate this wandering mind. So it doesn't mean that the thinking is going to be stopped, that the mind is not going to be blank. It means the focus, attention on the virtuous object. Okay? So I think this is what briefly we really discussed last time. And we open with the first verse of Shantideva's Bodhicharya Avtara on concentration. Now, it's a very wonderful, the people have given the different title to that chapter, but I really find that the most interesting is by No Time to Lose by Pema Chodron. The title given is, for this particular chapter on the concentration or on samadhi, Heartbreak with Samsara. As if our heart is totally tuned, totally pushed, totally guided by the samsara. And as long as we're in the samsara, then what's going to happen? We are going to have the suffering. And the suffering at 3 different levels. I think we can't really discuss, but I'll put it that it's the suffering of change, and all conditioned pervasive suffering. So we are all moving through that. So I'll read the second verse of the Shantideva. We'll try to understand this and then go for the actual meditation, right? So it says, the verse 2, in solitude, the mind and body are not troubled by distraction. Just to repeat again, in solitude, where? In solitude. In solitude, the mind and body are not troubled by distraction. Therefore, live this worldly life and totally abandon mental wandering. I hope you get the meaning. Our mind is wandering in the samsara. So he is really saying that, leave it and come out of that wandering mind. Wandering mind where? In samsara. But if the mind is wandering, focused on the liberation, moksha, nirvana, very well accepted. Do we all agree with that? Somehow, I really begin to feel that he's really saying, what does this solitude means? The word like solitude, being alone, the solitary, being alone, as if our journey is that of aloneness. I think one of the beautiful things, I think I shared probably yesterday also, there's a cremation ground in Delhi. It's called the Nigam Bodh. And there are the gates and the gates. Every gate, they're the shlokas of the Gita. The last gate, it is written there, थैंक यहाँ तक आने के लिए धन्यवाद, अब मैं यहाँ से अकेला ही जाऊंगा. So to translate that in English, thanks for coming up to this place. Henceforth, I'll go alone. I think that is somehow the journey is that. So a lot of emphasis on the solitude. Now, when we are really talking of the solitude, there is the solitude at the physical level, and then there is the mental level. So here, to begin with, Shantideva talks first to the physical solitude and then to the mental solitude. And he says, outer solitude is a support for inner solitude. What is the expression? The outer solitude is the support for inner solitude. So outer support should be there, but it's more like a means. It's like a cooperative condition. But ultimately, what is that solitude one is really trying to find out? It is the mental solitude. So what do we do for that? He says, this is why it is recommended to take time every day to meditate. Even short periods of sitting silently with ourselves, I repeat again, even short periods of sitting silently with ourselves allow the mind to settle down. So again, the emphasis is on the mind getting settled. Okay? Longer periods are even better, of course, if one can really do it. So what is really being put in this is to calm down the mind. We need to have solitude of the physical environment, and then the silencing of the mind, and then settling in there. Do you agree with that? This framework he is really putting? Solitude, silencing the mind, and settling there. Looks like all of you are settled in that. Good. But why it is really required? What is the depth of that settlement? I think very often we may feel that the mind is settled, but actually we may not be aware of that. Just giving the analogy, let's say the sea was stormy. Storm has gone away. How is the sea? Once the storm is not there, how is the sea? It's a calm. But if somebody dives down a little bit, is the sea really calm below the calm surface of the sea? It is or it is not? No, it is not. But suppose if you really go down, deep down, touch the rock bottom, then what happens? Because below the sea, what is there? It's the earth, solid. If you really settle there, then what is going to happen? Even if the waves are there, even the top of you, a lot of turmoil taking place in the sea, will you be affected? No. So we have to, not only at the conscious level, but even at the subconscious level. Then one would say that, yes, one is totally settled and nothing can really shake. It doesn't mean that the external environment would not change, it would change, but one would not be really affected by that. Or another way, let's imagine, or let's see a huge tree. It's totally rooted in the ground. It's totally grounded. Even if strong wind comes, its branches may shake, it may break down, but the tree will remain standing because it's deeply rooted in the ground. So similarly, can we bring our mind and the body together and be totally grounded in that? That sitting would be like, I think the beautiful expression in Hindi, Bina pende ka lota. What happens? It will keep on left and right, right? So I think this is what we are really, can we be rooted to our own nature? And the nature of this body and the mind, they say, is really stability and the peace. You agree with that? Do our mind wander? Sure. Have you seen your mind wandering? When? Many times. Many times. Good. So if you're really seeing that the mind is wandering, that mind which is seeing that is wandering, we have to come back, because that would be the stable mind. That would be clear. Because the definition in the Buddhist philosophy, mind is clear and knowing. And it's eternal, it is there. We all have mind. Buddha also has mind. Everyone has a mind. Yeah. Okay. So this is what we are really trying to aim at. To begin with, mind settling at the conscious level. And as one keep on doing practice and the practice and the practice, then even the subconscious gossips going on in the mind, or that chattering, that also needs to be calmed down so it may really get settled. Is that okay? Do you find that? Yeah. So if it is okay, now we are going to do the actual meditation on this. To do the meditation, number one, we have body. I think in the last session we discussed what should be really the posture. Just going very quickly, I think our posture, there are 7 points. Typically, it is called the Virochana meditation practice, which leads us to the meditative equipoise. Okay, so first is the leg. Those who can sit in the Padmasana, most welcome. Otherwise, Ardha Padmasana, half lotus, and then the hands. You can put it on the knees. This gives a kind of the stability if you put it there. But if you put it, this brings a kind of the equanimity, the Buddha's posture. And the spine should be really straight. This is absolutely non-negotiable. Straight, but not tight, very loose, right? And then the neck slightly hooked down, as if it's looking down 45 degrees. And those who can really see, which I find it very difficult, your eyes, nose, tip, and the navel region as if it's aligned. Okay? And then the eyes, half open, half closed. You must have never seen any Buddha's statue totally closed eyes. Not only Buddha, any of the people who are really meditating. So I think this is what it is really emphasized by all the teachers, particularly, I think, the Tibetan teachers. And then the tongue should touch the upper palate very softly. Okay? So just sit, and the first requirement of the body is the body should be totally relaxed. Beautiful Tibetan phrase which says, if the body is not relaxed, doing meditation is like building a castle on a frozen ice. Sooner or later, it's going to collapse. Okay, let's be with our body, relax it. Feel the touch of the cushion, as if we are going to scan the whole body. Feel the touch of the cushion, your hips touching, lower back. Wherever the mind is touching the body, there's a sensation and feel that it is relaxed there. Lower back, middle back, shoulder blades, shoulders. Relax. Relax your whole back. From the hip up to the shoulder and the shoulder down. Relax. As if the mind is doing a kind of massage. Back of the neck, lower neck, middle neck, back of the head. Relax. Relax the top of the head. Right side, left side, forehead, ears, eyes, nostril, upper lip, lower lip, tongue. Relax. Relax the whole face. Very peaceful, like the Buddha's face. Just feel the top of your head. As you take off the caps, similarly, just visualize and mentally take off the top of the head. and feel and see your brain being fresh. Your throat, chest region, right shoulder down to the fingertips, the left hand to the fingertips. Relax both your arms. Relax your abdomen, particularly the navel region. Make it very soft. Hips touching the cushion. Right hip. Mind is inside, as if it's scanning. Go down through the right thigh to the knee, calf muscle, ankle, toe. Relax your right leg. Come to the left hip. Roll down the mind through the core of your thigh, down to the knee, calf muscles, ankle, toe. Relax both the legs. Once again, bring the mind, hips touching the cushion, and move up vertebra by vertebra, spine. 33 vertebra. Just move up very softly, gently, and feel that the spine with each movement is getting elongated and relaxing. Relax your whole body and feel that sense of being relaxed from inside. Totally relaxed. Feel that feeling of relaxation. Body upright, but relax. Now, leave the body in its relaxed state and come to the mind. Have 3 long breaths. And with the exhalation, feel that the mind is going down and getting settled. 3 long breaths. With the exhalation, feel that the mind is going down and getting settled. Now, just feel that the relaxed state of the mind and the relaxed of the body has become one. It's just one entity, psychosomatic entity in total peace. Relax. Mind and the body has become one. Body, mind in body, and the body in mind. Feeling of relaxed state and the peace. Is the mind with the relaxed state, the body relaxing, mind relaxing, both relaxing, and becomes one whole. Like the glove in hand or the hand in glove. Now, listen to all the sound that you can listen. Very far off, very near, with the ear consciousness. Just listen all the sounds. Just sound listening. Listen to all the sound that you can listen. Very far off sound, loud sound, soft sound. Very subtle sound. Now, in this position, we will connect our body with all the elements. First of all, to begin with the air element. Have very deep, smooth breathing, going from the nostril down to the navel region. If possible, 2 inches below the navel. If the mind is wandering, you can say very softly, very gently, breathing in, I am aware that I am breathing in. Breathing out, I am aware that I am breathing out. In, out. Very soft breathing, very subtle breathing. We are talking of the awareness of the breathing. And it should be very soft, very gentle, like the water entering into the sand. Just with the breathing, as if flesh and the bone, body is not there. It's only the breathing body. Let the breath breathe by itself. It has its own flow and the wisdom. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm a mountain. Now we are connecting with the earth element. Our hair, bones, teeth, nails, the earth element. Just feel that our earth element in us is getting connected to the earth. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm a mountain. Breathing out, solid. Just visualize as if this body has become a mountain. You can visualize one of the tallest mountains that you have seen. Just feel you are inside and this mountain is all around you. You're solidly supporting that mountain. Rocks, trees, animals moving there, storm taking place, raining, snowing, but you are solidly there. Breathing in, mountain. Breathing out, solid. Awareness of the solidity. Feel your skeleton. Feel very earthly, absolutely motionless, like a piece of rock. And the entire earth supporting. Just visualize one of the largest flower garden that you have seen. Beautiful flowers of the different kind. White, red, blue, yellow. Yes, largest garden. Just feel that you are walking towards that garden and plant yourself in the midst of that huge flower all around. Flower and flower. Just visualize that you have also become a flower. Your spine is like the stem, head is like the flower, ears like the bud, arms like the leaf, whatever the flower that you can really visualize. One of my teachers says, human beings are also flower in this world. Whatever the flower that you really feel, beautiful flower, and so fresh. Make it very creative. Color, petals, as if it has bloomed fully just now. Maybe even some dews and the first rays of the sun falling on that and shining like a crystal. Human flower. Sun energy. You are connecting to that. Feel the texture of the flower, the fragrance of the flower. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm a lake. Breathing out, calm and reflecting. We have 70% of the body, we have water. Just visualize one of the largest lake, very clear lake that you have really seen. And our body, water body getting connected to that. It's so clear that it is reflecting the trees around, animals around. Breathing in, calm, reflecting. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm space. Breathing out, I'm aware I'm free. Only when we give the space or we are in the space, we feel that freedom. Just feel this space. Very far in the front, at the back, on the top, down, and you are the center of that space. Huge space. Feeling of freeness. Space all around and free. Like the birds flying in the sky with no obstruction. Listen to all the sound that you can listen at the atmosphere. Listen to all the sound that you can hear in this room. Listen to all the chatterings going in the mind. What kind of chattering? Just listen. Feel the touch of the cushion. And have your normal breathing. Be aware of your normal breathing. Whole body breathing. And very gently, at your own pace, you can come out of the meditation. Okay. That was roughly about 40 minutes sitting. We can open up for the discussion. Yeah.
The flower for the final
Sun. Yeah. Heat and earth. The yeah, space is different. This is the space. This can be the space, but there may not be air. Because we are made of the 5 elements: the earth, water, the space is just freedom, freeness. That feeling would be there, the free. That's why the space, free. Yes, yes.
Ajeer, honest, like I did sleep. I mean,
Good, enjoy sleep.
sleep. I think most of the time it was such long. I think there comes a moment when we kind of just disconnect. So
You are.
actually, he's so restless.
Yeah. He is also restless. I think even Naveen is also restless. Uh, uh, uh. But this is, we call it typically as a title, nourishing the elements. We are nourishing the elements, the 5 elements of which we are really made of. Yeah. In fact, I really don't know that. I read that if we dilate, this is if we dilate all our cells, and if you spread on the earth, it will extend to 7 kilometers. Somebody has, yeah. I mean, 50 trillion cells, if we dilate and spread on the earth, they said that it would be. So I was really trying to correlate. They said that when Buddha got enlightened, within the radius of 7 kilometers, there was absolute peace. Even the animals were not attacking to another like that. Yeah. I don't know whether that correlation is good or not, but this was written by somebody in the book. But in the case of the Buddha also, it is really written there. Yeah. So there's a kind of the space. So in one way, I think it's really to make our mind spacious. Only then we would be really able to do that. It's very interesting, even the word called the dukkha. I think once I was really sharing this, du is to really narrow down. Kha is the small version of the kam, which means the space. So when we narrow down the space, then what will happen? That becomes the ground for the dukkha, suffering. And the sukha is the opposite. Sugata, sugatam. What is that? That is the expansion. When the space is expanded, then we feel good, the happiness. So somebody has also written that we have narrowed down to ourselves mentally as if we are really sitting on tip of a pin. So we will be always in the suffering position, shifting left and right, front and back to get that peace. Is it your first time?
Yeah.
Okay, I think those who have come for the first time, maybe you can really share how did you come here and what really brought you?
Really follow the
Mhm. How did you find out Tushita? Oh, the internet. Okay, good. Because like one of our teachers, Thich Nhat Hanh, when he pushed the bell, he said that he is also part of our sangha. Because when he doesn't say strike the bell. He said when we invite the bell, it is also telling us to come together. Be here and now. In fact, it's very interesting that I wanted to read from Trungpa Rinpoche, but we don't have the time. When we are really sitting, we have to bring ourselves here and now. In 2018, Thich Nhat Hanh came, and there was a more than 1 month program. And the last leg was the pilgrimage. There were 300 pilgrims from all over the world. This was 10 days to the different places like Bodh Gaya, then Vulture Peak. So in Nalanda, we stayed in the ordnance factories campus because that was vacant that time. So they gave us the permission. And everyone has to write, like we write in the hotel entry. I also write Ajeer Vidya, this, that, my address. And Thich Nhat Hanh also has to write. So he wrote his name. And in the address column, he wrote, here and now. So he said that this is my address. I think I really find it's very inspiring, recalling ourselves that we have to be here and now. Not only here and now, I think we have to feel that here-ness and the now-ness. Very essential. Only then we say that we are in the present moment. Otherwise, I think very often I find it's very romantic or fashionable to listen present moment, read, talk, but what actually is that present moment? Can we really feel that? Be there, which is really feeling and totally getting connected to that here-ness and the now-ness. How was that for you?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Like, how do we prepare our body for the meditation? Like, I was not able to sit for 15 minutes. My legs started paining. My back went down automatically. I tried coming back to the position.
I think I personally find you have to do a lot of stretching, body exercise, because that's the body, right? So stretching, walking, some of the yoga postures are really very good. So I really would feel that stretching and yoga exercise. Yeah.
You said half closed and half open.
Yeah.
Maintain that thing because all my concentration, all my focus was there only to. I was not able to scan my body.
Mm-hmm. But have you been doing some meditation, a particular? No. Okay. Sometimes you try with closed eye, but sometimes you try with half closed, half open, and just see what difference it is really making.
I would like to mention over
Hmm.
like for a few seconds. It's concentration. But after that, chanting or
Yeah, mind will
whatever
chatter.
Whatever the thought, I even said.
Mind will come, thoughts will come. And in the thought coming up, it is also said that the immediate thought will come first, then it will go back, maybe. And if you believe in the past life, we don't know what kind of thoughts we have really put it. So sometimes very strange thoughts will emerge. Yeah, that is really there. So at that time, I think one is being mindful that the mind is on the breath. And at the same time, it's called the awareness or introspection. It should also be there time to time. Let's say in case you're working in an office, if you are sitting in your cabin, if there's no one, how will you feel? But if your supervisor is right in the top and watching you, how will you feel? You will be aware that you have to sit, you have to work, isn't it? So similarly, this introspection inside is like the CCTV. It's really watching, capturing. So, which means the alertness. I think this chapter on the alertness, some months back, Kabirji did that. I think that's chapter 5. I think it should be on the YouTube. You can just see that. Yeah. So the mindfulness and the alertness. The mind is with the breathing, and this is watching. Is it there? And if it goes astray, it knows it has gone. Then the mind is bringing it back.
But whenever we focus on our breath, it becomes a very breathing is involved.
No, if you are voluntarily and consciously breathing, then you are doing the meditation.
Okay.
It is very clearly given, particularly in our yogic system, that in 24 hours, we breathe 21,600 breaths. In 1 minute, we breathe 15 breaths. Okay? But we are not really aware. Once I was facilitating a group, I said that, okay, just have 11 breaths. Once it was out, you know what was? Some said after 2 breaths, it has gone away. Some said after 5. And if 1 minute, if it is 15 breaths, how much is the attention span with 2 breaths? William James, who is considered the father of the American psychology, he said that when he measured, it was just 4 breaths. Sorry, 4 seconds. Then the mind really wandered. So this is why it's very essential that from the Buddhist perspective, what is the purpose of the life? We say that it is to have happiness and not to have the suffering. And if the mind is wandering, are we really moving towards that goal of happiness? We are not. All wise people probably must have realized that. So they are saying that. So the focus is very important. If it is, let us see, if we say that, okay, and you can choose any object. If you find that Buddha image, Shiva image, flower, one of my teachers said that he liked the blue flower. The object is not important. The object is that sharpening and stabilizing the mind. It has nothing, it is only a support. Yeah. But the breathing is common, you find in all the tradition. You read the Christian meditation, I found is there. You read Vedanta meditation, you read even the Jain meditation, all of them, they have used the breathing as the means. So it has become very common. So the whole point is to focus here. Now, what will happen here when we are really focusing? The mind will go away. That's one, which is called the agitation, excitation, or scattering. And another one, what will happen? It will go down as it becomes lazy. It goes to sleep. You lose that. The whole purpose is not to lose this. Yeah.
So one thing which is very difficult for me when I'm in meditation is keeping the eye half open. I tend to
Maybe you have been used to that type of the meditation. Yeah. So I'm saying that sometimes you try that. If you're doing for 10 minutes, 2 minutes, try with open eyes. Half open, half. Because we never see any Buddha statue with the closed eye. We never see. You don't see Mahavira doing. Yeah.
And one thing,
Hmm.
for the concentration, this meditation, can we use a photograph and just be?
You can do that externally. You can do that. You can use any photo, which really, but the mind should not wander. Sometimes what happened if there's a beautiful, let's say I put the Buddha photo there, I may get involved maybe about his life story, about his message, color, the shape. No, just seeing the photo as it is, it's okay. So no thought should come.
This can be done daily.
Yeah, not daily, 24 hours. Huh. This is also your first visit. Huh.
Right, thank you. Yeah. I don't
Doesn't matter as long as we get his teaching. Yeah. In fact, I really don't know. It's even to stabilize the mind, it's a very beautiful book of His Holiness, How to Practice. He says that our mind is irreversibly stabilized and sharp only when the mind is focused continuously on the particular object of your meditation, you know, for how long? 4 hours. That's a kind of, yeah. And if you read yogi like Vivekananda, he says, less than 2 hours meditation is no meditation at all. Should, yeah.
For a beginner, what would you say is the optimum length of meditation?
I think to begin with, what just new, 5 minutes. Really, the quality, 5 minutes. In fact, I don't know, who is this? He said, if you are totally with your meditation object for 3 minutes, he said that you will get glimpse of the empty, a glimpse of nirvana. I don't know, but it's very difficult. 3 minutes totally with that object. So I would say, and nowadays, most of the teachers, they are really saying that short meditation, many meditations, many times. Yeah. I mean, if you're working in the office, morning you can do that. Even when we are having a 5 minutes off, even. Otherwise, we have to integrate walking meditation, eating meditation. It's so wonderful, the eating meditation, for instance. In fact, particularly those who want to lose weight, one of our Sangha member, she lost 5 kgs by eating mindfully. And it is very clear, you try today, we never eat mindfully. When one is eating mindfully, if I were eating 4 chapatis, after 2 chapatis, the body itself is saying, it's enough. But we are never aware of listening to our body. Try that today. Really.
I need to gain weight.
You're going to wait. I have not really found any solution till then, so I'm sorry. Yeah.
Like if I'm practicing fifth day, some event happened, like which are not in my favor. For example, I had an argument with my colleague, or I had some important meeting scheduled tomorrow. I'm into the anxiety too. I have to prepare my presentation for that. Then at that fifth day, I'm not able to meditate. How do I overcome those hurdles?
I think whatever the time, even if it's a short meditation, particularly in the morning, I don't know how many of you really get morning. Another thing I really would like, I don't know, Sagar was here, and who else was there last time? I said, when you're going to sleep, in that posture, just breathe. What we are really doing, very slow, deep breathing. That is one way. And another one is, if you have been doing any chanting mantra or like that, just chant that in sleep. Because that goes in the subconscious mind. Okay. And in the morning, when you're awake, instead of just getting up immediately, can you spend 10 minutes at least just breathing? The morning breathing is energizing. And the night when you're going, it is emptying out all the tensions, releasing. Just try that. And maybe, I think the next time, if possible, we will do either eating meditation or the walking, so one can really integrate. Yeah. And it has really effect. Another of our Sangha members, she was saying that she used to have her coffee and the breakfast. Her children who were school going, oh, Mama, what is that? Oh, he said, but she kept on doing. And after that, they also started sitting. So it has that impact. Yeah. I don't know what time. I think I'm told still there is a 10 minutes. Tushita has told me from 6:30 to 8.
Okay, so those who are new, I think there are many new people. So we have our schedule of the upcoming week printed in the bulletin board. So please have a look at that. And yeah, so we would love to have the coming sessions. We have one more session with Ajeer on 27th Monday. Sorry. Yeah.
Monday. Okay.
29th.
So let us sit for 2 minutes and dedicate. Normally, the whole framework is motivation, meditation, and dedication. Okay? Yeah. Just sit and just visualize you are surrounded by all the beings all around. We have 6 realms. If possible, those who know, they can visualize and share this merit of the meditation to them and wish all of them to be free of suffering and the causes of suffering, have the happiness and the causes of the happiness. Just share that. Okay, thank you very much.
Also, please join our WhatsApp group. There are links there for the meditation group and the announcement group. So you can scan the QR code and just join the website. And
Morning session के बारे में time बता दो.
yeah, it's 9 to 9:30 a.m. in person and online both. So yeah, you will get all the updates. And lastly, our center is run on donations based, the very generously. Thank you.
I hope so. I hope so. I hope so.
Because very light.
Yeah, it'll become right. Because the relaxation is very healing, you know. Yeah.